if you like foreign films, fighting, and lots of action, this episode might be for you. I'm Tim, and this is Flipperflix.
Hi, Tim.
Hi.
Hi.
Do you guys want me to click the buttons so you can say hi again?
No.
Oh, God. He's going to be obsessed with it.
I'm not going to do it. I won't do it. But I'm Adam. Yeah, we're Flipperflix. We are on Instagram, and oh my gosh, I'm so out of practice. We're not verified on Twitter because I'm not paying $8.
Yeah, fuck that shit. But I did tweet today.
Did you really?
Yeah, but when this comes out, it will still be weeks ago, probably.
It'll be like 4 days later.
Yeah.
But we're at Flipperflix there. We have a website, www.flipperflix.com. You can recommend us movies there. And then, you know what? You might get more information in the future, but we're doing a little bit of renovations there, I think. Possibly. Who knows?
On social media?
No, well, yeah.
On the website? Where?
Yeah, why not all?
Where are we renovating?
Social media and the website. Because, yeah, we are.
Because why not?
Yeah.
Yeah, why not just change everything?
Because.
But our episodes, they release at 1 p.m. Eastern on Thursdays on various platforms of podcasting. I am out of practice on this. I did it by myself last week just fine.
Too much pressure.
Too much pressure. You guys are actually listening this time.
Yeah.
They always listen except for one episode. Anyways, did I do everything? Rate us. Yay. And use that, right?
Yeah,
right.
like rate us in quotations, yay, exclamation
Yeah.
point with 5 stars.
I'm a 5-star yay.
First person to do that gets something. Who knows what? We'll find something.
We'll figure it out.
Yeah, you might get a hubcap. Who knows?
A broken hubcap. If
Could
that
you
strikes
imagine?
your fancy.
Could you imagine getting that in the mail?
Signed by all of us.
Yeah, there you go.
Signed broken up cap. They'll have no idea the backstory on it, but that's fine.
I know.
Yeah.
There's a backstory, and we can tell you it, but not right now. Because we are...
We need you to rate us, yay.
Yeah.
Before
You
we
need-
do
we
the
need-
hubcap.
Yay.
We need we need you to actually say yay in it, and then we'll talk about sending you a hubcap.
We'll discuss it internally.
Anyways, passing the torch.
To me? Oh, hi, I'm Sam.
Hi, Sam.
I felt like... I don't know why I felt like I was like here, but it was going back to
But,
Tim
like,
for
you didn't
some
have to do it
reason.
again.
Yeah, we're gonna give
Yeah.
it back to Tim. This seems like a
I
Tim
just provide
movie.
color commentary. I don't actually host. Oh man. So this week it was my pick,
This
and we
week,
got
it was
branching
Sam's
out.
pick, and she got branching out.
And I feel like we've had this discussion on one of the branching outs, or maybe we just have it internally whenever we get it. But we've been using branching out to do a foreign film, which is not to say that this is not that, because it is, but that's not the reason why I picked it. So I picked Raid the Redemption.
No. It's The Raid Redemption.
No Raid Redemption, yes.
Yeah, but I thought...
Nope, there's
I
only
thought
one The.
The
and it's
Raid Redemption. No, you're right. You're right.
It
Okay.
doesn't sound right, though.
It doesn't.
It feels
It
like it should be
doesn't.
Raid the
There's
Redemption.
a colon in there.
Yeah.
There is a colon.
So I should have paused. Anyway, apparently I don't know the name of the movie that I picked, but that's fine. I watched it. And the synopsis for it is a SWAT team becomes trapped in a 10-mint run with a ruthless mobster and his army of killers and thugs. And so I picked this movie because it was like an action times 1,000. And that's what I had read. Because for me, it's not to say I don't like action films, but I would say they're not usually my cup of tea. And so this one, I had read somewhere that it was like it's like the inspiration, or like it paved the way for movies like John Wick and Atomic Blonde because of the fast sequences and just like the body counts in general. And so I was like, oh, it'd be kind of cool to watch like the inspiration for that because I like John Wick. Yeah, I just kind of picked it because of that. And then I was like, oh, it's Indonesian. So it still kind of checks a box as like not American. But yeah, that's pretty much why I chose it, because I'm like, action film. Like if I would have been scrolling on Hulu and seen this, I would not have picked it. So it's branching out.
Yeah,
for me.
she never would have.
Yeah. And the concept intrigued me.
What's the tagline?
I don't know.
Oh,
What
we'll
is
get
it?
into it. No, you know what? I'll just fucking say it. 30 Floors of Chaos.
Yeah, that was the other thing. Like, I was reading about it, and like they were like, yeah, it's basically like boss level fighting in video game, and there's like 30 levels of it. And I was like, okay, well maybe Adam and Tim will like this. So Tim, expectations.
I mean, I just expected a flat out
30
nonstop
levels of fun?
action movie, 30 levels of nonstop, but didn't expect it to be Indonesian because I literally just clicked on it and played it. I didn't expect anything other than I didn't read like that. I mean, I think I read I did read the synopsis this time beforehand. Because I was looking at the unrated and the regular version.
Ah,
still
So I
don't
was
know the
like trying to see
difference.
if it would tell me anything. I really am curious now what the unrated would be.
yeah.
But because it seemed pretty unrated as
Yeah.
is, like
Yeah.
rated R to unrated, you know what I mean? So I expected like a flat out bloody action movie with some good fight scenes. I mean, it just, well, I say good, but that's hopeful, right? That's more of a, I already have a high standard of like John Wick or something.
Yeah.
So, but once I heard, well, we'll get into that later, but yeah,
Cautiously optimistic.
yeah, cautiously, that's a good way to push it. Cautiously optimistic, if I could speak.
We don't talk no good.
Yeah, I'm bad with words.
Yeah, it's not a good word day for us. Yeah, for me, I expected an action film. It was, I know, I was,
Crazy.
Tim,
You're a
you have
crazy
to understand,
man.
I am here the whole time that Sam is trying to pick a movie.
That's true.
This is like an hour-long process.
There's so many choices, man.
Because she's like, what don't I watch? I'm like, you watch everything now. And she's like, but what don't I watch? I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah, I was like going through actors, and I was like,
Oh, yeah, she was picking, she almost picked a Tom Cruise movie, like The Mummy, his Mummy movie, right?
yeah.
Oh, I've never seen that. Yeah, interesting.
Yeah, because that would be branching out for Sam.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, you don't like Tom Cruise, do you?
Mm-mm.
Funny enough, I watch a lot of his movies.
I know, it's hilarious.
Oh no, I think if I can differentiate Tom Cruise the actor versus Tom Cruise the person.
Yeah, no, I don't think I'd like him in person, but
Yeah.
his movies are hard to say that they aren't good.
Right.
Yeah.
No, from all I know is from what I've read is he is an incredibly dedicated actor. Like when he is on set, everybody loves him.
Good for
Yep.
him.
Yeah, but who knows? They might be getting paid.
That's true.
I'm just kidding. I don't know. Anyway,
Let's just go watch Top Gun Maverick.
still not seen it.
I almost chose that one.
Oh,
But then I was like, Tim's seen
I've
it
already
a
seen it
1,000
200
times.
times.
Yeah.
I do own it, and I don't buy movies often.
There you go.
We do, but we have a problem.
Did you?
I have an issue with renting.
That's
I'll
fair.
like
You
I'll
do.
rent a movie, and then like a week later, I'm like, I should rent this movie, so I do it again.
Oh,
That-
jeez.
We've been
Not
doing,
quite that. It's more like a month.
we've been doing that recently, where we'll like rent movies and then we'll be like, God damn it, we should have bought it. 'Cause,
Yeah.
like we're
Yeah.
For
usually
example,
like
Coraline.
yeah, we're usually like the buy first kind of people, and we're like,
Oh,
it
we're
can't be
idiots.
that
Yeah.
bad.
Normally, it's not.
Yeah, but
I typically don't go see movies I don't want to watch.
yeah, well, and we like
Sure.
most things, which
Yeah,
is why
we
branching
watch
out
more
is a hard
things.
category, because you're like, who do I actively avoid? And so I decided
Right.
not Tom Cruise, because I don't actively avoid him, but there are some people that I'm like,
Uh,
oh god,
what's his fucking name?
yeah,
I
I can't think of it.
what's
It'll
his
come back
fucking
to me.
name? I avoid
describe
his
him.
movies.
Describe him.
Star Trek.
Oh yeah,
Chris Pine?
Mm-hmm.
Chris Pine. There we
Sorry. Actively avoid his movies,
go.
along with a few different actors.
I like how we were like, just describe him.
Yeah,
Yep. And it's the
Worked
first
it
thing that
out.
came to mind.
What's really sad is he was not the first thing that came to my mind.
Who was it? Patrick
Picard.
Stewart.
Yeah.
I like Patrick Stewart.
I know. That's why I was like,
Patrick Stewart is amazing.
does anybody dislike Patrick Stewart?
Probably.
I think it'd
Everybody's
be,
There's got to be
got
a
a
hater out
hater.
there.
Yeah.
There's a hater out there.
yeah,
for him.
but like some people are harder to find than others, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, yeah. Anyway, so the Raid Redemption.
Did you finish your expectations, or did
No,
we just cut you off?
cut me off.
I think
we
just
all
jumped
cut me
into
off.
something else.
We all
Yeah.
cut me off. I was included in this. Yeah, 30 floors of fun, and then there weren't 30 floors.
Oh my god! Can
No,
we get into
it went
that?
from like
yeah.
yeah,
It's 15, 14 in
it
a
was
ground floor.
1, 5, 15.
Yeah.
Or 11 and 15 are like the only ones they went on or something like that.
They went on like 4 floors, yeah, in total.
I was so pissed when they got, because they don't tell you till he's on the 15th floor till about what? There's like 30 minutes left in the movie.
If that.
And I was like, are you fucking shitting me? Because when you first start this movie, they're like cruising through the floors when they get there. All right. Like they're like cruising through.
Oh, yeah. They
And then
get
it-
up like 7 floors immediately.
And then it hits us. And I'm like, okay, like their pacing is a little quick, but like this is fine. This will work for this movie. And then they get knocked. There's a certain point in the movie where they just keep going down floors. And I'm like, this is fucking bullshit. Like, we're never going to make it to the 30th floor.
Maybe they did end up doing 30 floors because they went down floors.
And they redid floors.
Yeah.
But I was just so mad because I was like, now we're going at a snail's pace. We're back on floor 3. And then you're almost done with the movie. And they're like, he's on 15. I'm like, fuck this. I was so mad. I wanted to see 30 floors of fun. I did not get 30 floors of fun.
It's
So-
like Sword Art Online. You want to see all the floors, but you never do.
But you just don't. Yeah.
And then it
So
gets bad.
part of my thing was like this movie. I just kept thinking it was a worse Dread.
I've not
I
seen
haven't
The
seen
that.
new
that.
Dread movie, but like this is what 2012 and Dread was newer, right? I think. Let me see.
I want to say
You haven't seen Dredd?
2014. I want to say 2014 for
Oh,
Dread.
literally same year.
Oh, okay.
That's crazy. Fuck me. Really? I feel like I
Tim-
do that way too
Tim,
often.
you're getting old, man.
Oh
you're
shit.
getting
right,
old.
well, I'm gonna, I love the Dread movies. It's just I don't know. I just love them. Even the Sylvester Stallone one, but the Carl Urban one was fucking fantastic. But it literally seems like the same. It's like the same plot, like sort of in a way.
I feel like
There's
it's the
been-
same
there's a
plot
lot
of
of
a
similarities.
lot of movies.
Yeah.
Yeah, but this one was more of just like a straight action, whereas Dread is also just a straight action.
Oh, okay.
So, but anyway, I won't get into it since you guys haven't seen it. You should watch it.
Tim's gonna
in
make
my
us
opinion.
watch it.
And then we'll be like, wait,
Maybe.
I already saw this movie.
I
I
already saw
know.
this movie.
But probably
I'll
with
let
better
you know by
audio.
the end of this if you should watch it.
Okay.
Probably with better audio though.
I was gonna say.
And everything else.
Well, okay, so the sound. Okay, everybody has this whole thing with movies these days that they're too quiet.
Mhm.
Like all the talking
Dude,
is
they
too quiet.
are.
Apparently, if you change your audio from the Dolby, like the surround, like the default is like Dolby surround sound.
Okay.
So if you change it to just the other one, it fixes that problem.
Oh.
Because if you don't have
On my
surround
actual
sound,
TV or what?
like in the Netflix app or whatever you're in, I don't know.
Oh, I
Anyways,
see.
yeah, because it defaults to everybody having surround sound, which isn't true.
Yeah. What the fuck?
I used to, and I don't anymore. But fucking my speakers were just like, and I was like, all right, fine, I'm done with it.
yeah.
Fuck this.
So, but the audio in this
Shit.
one just didn't seem like it was adjusted awkwardly for me.
Yeah. I think
This one seemed okay. Yeah.
I think it got better, but at the beginning it was like really quiet. Like for a long time, it
Which
was
is
really
the funniest
quiet.
part is it is subtitled. We don't understand what they are saying. We have to read no matter what.
Well, but it was awkward because they would talk in like whispers. They'd be like, "Psst, psst," and then they'd get to the action sequence and they'd be like,
Ka-chow.
"Gosh, and you're like, Jesus Christ! Like
Yeah.
I don't need to hear them technically speaking, but I also like watching my movies at a regular volume in general. But even when I have to read subtitles, like I want to hear them talking.
I don't know why, but yeah, I fully agree.
Like I just need to hear them talk because otherwise it's just a silent film of me reading. I'm basically reading a book at that point.
Right.
Not really, but
Reading an
combat-
audiobook. Now that's interesting.
yeah,
We come full circle.
exactly.
with like fight noises going on in the background.
Yeah.
With like
Yeah.
a soundtrack.
Well, that's
and
a
everything.
classic thing for like Asian films and stuff. Is the I mean, I think just in general for those certain fighting styles, they make those noises when they attack and block and stuff, and there's
Mhm.
reasons for it. But
Supposedly it adds extra oomph in it.
Mm.
yeah, in a way, yeah, it's like lifting when you exert yourself in like heavy lifting and you growl or grunt. It's the same sort of theory.
I mean, they do it in tennis as well.
Yeah.
And it's proven, it's actually proven that those things do increase power output and whatnot.
Tim's just trying to
Power.
justify that he growls aggressively at people at the gym.
I like to growl. Yeah.
Tim's like, I take my Manergy.
You know what? I get kicked out of Planet Fitness.
Oh my
Manergy.
gosh. Amazing.
Anyway,
But yeah.
So the martial arts in this film is actually like it's the Indonesian form of martial arts called
mhm.
let's say it's called Pencak or Pencak Salat. Tim?
Okay.
Tim?
Yeah, I have no idea.
Okay. Well, they were everybody on the SWAT team in this film. By the way, there's a SWAT team.
It's like 30 people.
Yeah, it's a SWAT team that goes in, and you kind of get bad feelings about it. But
Oh
anyway.
yeah. But they all went through standard Indonesian spec ops training
Oh.
hmm
just so that they were like doing the appropriate hand signals and shit.
Oh.
So that they
That's kind
understood.
of cool.
Yeah, they understood that was like accurate to how it would be portrayed in real life.
Oh.
So I like that.
I like that, but I still think I was rolling my eyes at a lot of what can I say? Just their tactics, I guess. Like
Yeah, their
you could
tactics
tell
were
that they had
garbage.
some form of like whatever, but yeah, like just how it's just some of the silliness that comes with it's basically just a movie, right? So you
Yeah.
can't get too mad, but it's just aggravating when you have certain films that are at a higher standard. Again, like John Wick or something, where he actually goes through like they went through training, but he went through training. Like and it's a lot different. It's one guy versus 30 people in a
Yeah,
film. So
exactly.
you can't get too upset about it, but I was rolling my eyes a bit at it.
What'd you think of Mad Dog? He was the small angry man.
The small angry man, yeah. We'll go back around to like the whole fighting style and stuff. While that stuff is very entertaining to watch, in these types of movies, again, you kind of have to understand or like suspend what disbelief. What the fuck? It would be belief, right? Not
You
disbelief.
gotta spend, yeah. You gotta pretend that you can't believe.
Yeah,
You can't not believe
you can't
in
not
this.
believe. Yeah, so you gotta suspend belief. And because obviously they're fighting, and those blows are not really doing much of anything. But at the same time, they're nonstop fighting for the entirety of the film. Like you'd
Yeah.
be worn out after one fight. Like
Oh yeah, I've seen
even
UFC.
professional fighters, 3 minutes. There's a reason they get breaks. Like
Yeah.
3 minutes, and these guys very much were fighting for longer than 3 minutes. Every I don't even know. Like it was just nonstop almost. And then they would not get worn out. But that's class an action movie, right?
Oh yeah.
So
That's
anyway,
standard.
to end my rant,
Tim Ryan.
while the fighting was entertaining for the most part, there is a lot of boring fighting in the sense that it went on too long. Like with the guy that fought both brothers and stuff, the angry madman.
Yeah, Mad Dog.
That went on way too long. Like just way too long. It was just boring. Like in that situation, he was not going to be that much better than them
Not 2v1.
to where he could take on 2v1 like that. Like it's just not going to happen.
Yeah.
If actual blows were happening, you know what I mean? It's just not possible. And again, John Wick's great at showing shit like this. If you want to see more of a realistic sort of movie in that sense, and I think that's just a good baseline if you're looking for realism. For the most part, there are things in that kind of in a movie like that where he falls really far, and you're like, yeah, I don't know about that. But anyway,
Yeah. I think there were a couple parts, and it was really towards the end where I was like, okay. Like at the beginning you're like, okay, 30 floors of fun, like you're kind of like, got it. They got to do this. But like there's a certain point, like the brother scene where they're 2v1ing him, because you're like, okay, well, they're both henchmen, right? And so, like, in theory, this should be a better fight than it is.
those two should be even, right?
Yeah.
Basically, is what it seemed like it should be.
Oh.
So
they
really,
said at the beginning that the small man was the best fighter, and the other guy was
Right.
the brain.
Okay. Well, I guess I
Yeah.
forgot that by that point because we've watched
But-
so many people.
Even
121
so,
people.
the other dude was like an exceptional fighter,
Oh yeah.
the cop.
Exactly.
So there's no way you could take, just for a simple reference, a number 1 fighter against the number 2 and number 3 fighter and have 2 and 3 fight number 1 and number 1 hold off 2 and 3. It's not gonna happen.
I've seen it in Dragon Ball
Like-
Z, man.
Like it's literally not going to happen. You'd
No,
have to
yeah, I know
have
what you mean.
the number 1 fighter against people that don't know how to fight. And even in that situation, that's how dramatic a 2-on-1 fight is. Like movies are really bad about this kind of stuff. Like 2-on-1 fight, that's no good. Like this not happening. That's almost how the odds are no matter what.
Mm-hmm.
It's just not happening because all it takes is one person using dead weight to literally stop your actions while the other person can do something. You know what I mean? So it's like
Yeah.
it's not possible. But anyway, I don't know why I'm so stuck on this. But
Well,
I
there
think
were.
it's just something I hated. So it
Mad Dog.
happens in a lot of movies. It's not necessarily just this movie. I'm just saying in general, movies are bad.
Yeah.
But there are situations where, you know, if you're not a steady stream of fighting, whatever, it can be cool and whatnot. But I don't know.
So I was just trying to say that Mad Dog was trained to be in the Indonesian Secret Service
Ah,
in the 80s.
nice.
Mm-hmm.
I just thought that was cool.
That is cool.
And that Tim did his full on rant, man. It's been a
Yeah.
while.
It has been a little while. I felt like I had to get that one out.
He just had to have a full release.
Well,
Yeah.
I was gonna continue on the rant, I guess, or pile onto it. However we want. We're cooking up some patties here because the building is unfinished, okay? And so like they're slamming into concrete pillars and concrete floors. Not to say that like a regular apartment building wouldn't have that either, but like there's a scene towards the end as well where there's like fucking like banquet tables made of concrete that they're just breaking
the
people's
drug scene.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're like breaking people's back over like every 5 seconds, and you're just like, why is there so much concrete? And, like so many concrete tables was like, and then like filing cabinets, and it was just very bizarre. But then like there's also the element of like you're thinking, okay, they've been in here for like however long they've been in here, and so this is like the 100th concrete pillar or table you've slammed yourself into. How are you not exhausted or have a broken rib or something?
Yeah.
And so again, I think that's just part of like an action, but it's kind of like at the beginning I wasn't as like eye roll about it, but towards the end you're like,
They were still
really?
using guns at the beginning.
Maybe that's why, yeah. And they were still
Yeah.
kind of like hiding because they had that whole thing where the center of the building they could see down, and so they'd have people. I did like that they just like chucked people over the railing and
They
they just
did,
like
yeah.
fly down.
Dude.
So again,
yeah.
Dread. But
Wow. Well,
I just got a lot of hints of Dreadness, which is funny that they came out the same year. But like
yeah.
yeah, that happens
they're
a lot.
completely different films, but very similar films at the same time.
They oh shoot, what was I gonna say? Never mind.
Something about chucking people over the railing.
Oh, old guy, the dude with the gray hair that fucked the entire
Yes.
thing.
Oh, the lieutenant guy? Yeah, the guy that met up separately with them was not dressed tactically and did not have his own weapon.
Yes.
Oh, I didn't notice that.
He was
Yeah.
really into environment damage. He watches a lot of WWE. He was
Oh, yeah.
taking the
Yeah,
chair.
he was doing that,
He
yeah.
was throwing people. He was using anything he could find.
Shelves.
He was a
Yeah.
survivor.
Yes,
Mm-hmm.
indeed.
He tried to off himself at one point, but gotta count your rounds, man. You should have a 6-shooter. I counted your bullets.
You don't have
Yeah.
any left.
You were out. You wasted a shot trying to shoot the main character. Don't shoot the main character. He has plot armor.
He does have plot armor, by the way, in case you didn't know, big guy. Yeah, funny enough you say that because the cops reloaded, but the bad guys never reloaded.
Yeah, they have
Yeah.
infinite rounds. They turned
They
that
had
perk on.
infinite round.
They turned that
Yeah.
perk on because they got that
Yeah.
additional thing. Because remember, this is a video game. Because
Right,
Pretty
yeah,
much.
fun.
Boss
They
fights.
run across dead bodies and pick up ammo. It just goes right into the gun.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. And they had the perk on for infinite ammo.
Mhm.
It's a good thing they didn't turn big head mode on though, because that would have just been rough.
Yeah. It always cracks me up that bad guys always have like some form of AK looking rifle, and then
Every
good guys,
time.
or yeah, I'm gonna use quotations here. Good guys use AR style rifles, but yeah.
You know what? Those were guns, and I didn't know the difference.
Yeah,
They were all
yeah,
airsoft
that's true.
guns, so
Were they actually?
yeah.
No wonder they were they looked janky when they were firing. You could tell they were emulating the
Everything was
kick
digital.
and everything. Yeah. No, there's no way. With how the guns were moving, you could like some of them looked like they were moving it themselves to like look like it was shooting.
Oh, they might, but like all the like bullets.
Oh yeah, all that stuff's gonna be digital and whatnot. Yeah, I'm just saying like the actual physical movement of it, like especially at the one point where the brother's looking at the camera and he notices it's like his brother and he's shooting the gun. You can see it's just not how it's shooting.
Yeah,
it's not really how it would be.
the one thing
it's like a little kid going bang 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 and like shaking the gun. That's what it's doing.
Yeah, and like not only do they have that, I want to know the machete budget. At one point, every single guy had a
everybody
fucking
had a
machete.
Which I don't understand because these people came in here with heavily
guns.
armed, and you're walking around smacking a machete against a wall. You walk around a corner, I would expect somebody to just cap that guy. Like, I know he didn't have a gun, and they were hiding in that corner. He had his little knife, but like, machete dude was very cocky.
Yeah, he really was.
And then at one point, somebody's stabbing walls. I'm like, is that a normal thing to have
machete
empty
guy
walls?
again stabbing walls. Yeah, right.
Yeah.
I was like, why is he doing this? Just because?
You wouldn't
There's
know.
a lot of that kind of stuff.
You
in this
wouldn't know. And then another video game aspect was they had an escort mission right off the fucking bat. Those are the worst.
Yeah, those suck.
Nobody likes an escort mission.
No,
they never move at the right speed.
Nope. Then they get caught. Even if you protect them as best as you can, they somehow get hurt.
Yeah, fucking assholes.
It's just stupid. Yeah.
Well, I also have beef with the machete scene stabbing walls.
Yeah,
like
I'm waiting for it.
Yeah, he like grazed his cheek, right? He's bleeding, and then he sticks his hand out there and he wipes it spotlessly clean, and it's just like, what?
Well, it's also funny because that man just used that machete to chop up a bunch of people, so it would already have blood on it anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like,
why did it come out clean?
And why did it go in clean? Like, there's just so much confusion for that.
You guys don't know that you can stab a wall to clean a blade?
Yeah.
I mean, it did technically, if you watched, it did have some of the blood come off on the wall, which naturally would happen, but
so there you go.
not all of it.
Yeah, it was just like pristinely clean, and I was like, okay.
Just goofy.
One thing that was interesting was almost every time these movies happen at night.
Mm-hmm.
This happened in broad daylight. Yeah, like they're just going in at like 11 a.m. They're like, you know what, now's the time.
Yeah.
They're all asleep. Bad guys only sleep in the day. They're active at night. they're like bats.
Mm-hmm. Nocturnal and whatnot.
Yeah.
Wild. Again, Dread. I'm just gonna keep referencing Dread because that's all I could think about, and I need to watch Dread now.
Well, and something is not, well, first off, it's not good. 30 floors of fun. There's no way they're all making it out alive. But then he even says, like, in the car when they roll up, he's like, I don't want to see a single empty seat. I'm like, listen up. You're getting, like, real high expectations here. Like, come on now. Single empty seat? Like, why don't you just say, I'm hoping to have half of you come back? Like, even that would be optimistic.
And in reality, only 2 come back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, now there's Raid 2. Don't worry.
Mm-hmm.
Andy's still in it.
Who's Andy?
Andy, you know Andy. Come on.
No, I don't.
Can you name a single character?
Rama was the main dude, right?
Rama named after
SWAT dude.
Yeah, he was actually named after the Indonesian fighting style creator.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, I thought so.
So Andy is his brother?
Indeed.
Okay.
Mad Dog is the angry man. That's literally his character name.
Mm-hmm.
What did you think of the actual, not the old dude that decided to fuck everything? What did you think of the villain?
There wasn't really a lot about him.
Yeah, I wasn't impressed, really.
He was there.
But I don't think that that's necessarily, like, his fault. Because, like, I just think there wasn't, like, I was thinking back about this, and we watched it in 2 segments, so maybe I forget some of it. But I was like, I don't really think there was a lot of plot here. Like, it was basically like, we gotta
go up, get that dude, and then that, like, the old SWAT guy is a problem, but they don't really discuss much of it other than he's just, like, crooked.
And
Mhm.
so that guy has a list or whatever. And so that's like it. That's the plot. And then there's two brothers. And
Mhm.
Mr. Guy that's in charge basically sends all his henchmen all the time, or whoever lives in the building apparently is a henchman, except for that one guy that they escorted.
Yeah, I didn't understand that.
I didn't understand how everybody could just come out of their apartments and start killing people. Like,
They basically said you get to live for free if you kill someone.
yeah, but then, like, why is that other dude even in there? Like,
Yeah, that's the
Yeah.
confusing part. Like, if it's all these like convicts and like felons,
okay, yeah. But,
Yeah,
like,
that's what I didn't get. It's like they killed all these other people. They killed a fucking kid for no reason, but yet this other dude was outside, so he got to live.
yeah. And he lives in there, and he doesn't,
Right?
it's
he's
not
taking
weird to
care
him.
Talk
of
about
his
plot
sick
armor.
wife.
Yeah.
Sick wife, man.
I don't know. It's just so bizarre.
I don't know.
So yeah,
bizarre.
I feel like you just don't really get to see much of the main evil dude. Like, basically, you see him watching the screens and sending orders, and then
Eating apples.
even the end, yeah, you don't have much of him. Just him getting taken.
I mean, he's like a big bad that isn't a big bad. The big bad was
Yeah.
actually Mad Dog bad guy.
pretty
Oh,
much,
yeah.
yeah.
It's like you get to the boss fight in the middle in the video game, and the guy that you fought right before that was harder.
Was
Mhm.
the bot was the actual hard fight, and yeah, the other guy's like ha ha ha, and then you just kill him.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
okay.
played a game like that recently. It was very upsetting.
So upsetting.
Honestly, it reminds me of Elden Ring, but
Yeah, but I never played that actually.
that's fair.
I
Yeah.
don't like to be angered.
Yeah, I don't know why I do.
But yeah, I'm out of notes. I don't know about either of you.
I was gonna
Check here.
ask what you guys thought of the music, because I feel like at certain points it was like techno-y and made sense for the fight scenes, but then I remember at the beginning of the film there was like weird, like, I don't know if it was like rock music or there was just like weird music. It felt like they had two different people working on the music, because sometimes you'd be like, okay, yeah, that makes sense, and then sometimes you'd be like, the fuck, why is
Just
this the
different
music right
spectrum
now?
of music.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't
Yeah,
notice
I
it.
kind of. I'm kind of with you on that, Sam. I noticed that a little bit, and I didn't think about it till you just said it again, or brought it back up. But yeah, that's kind of how I felt in the moment with it.
It didn't do much for me or against me.
That's because, like I said, there's parts of it that like fly under
Right.
the radar, and you're like, yes, this
Exactly.
checks out. And then it's just like those jarring parts. But I mean, they're not horrible, but it was just weird to me. It kind of reminds me of what you were saying earlier, Adam, of like there's a certain point in the movie where the volume is super off. So I almost
I
wonder
never
if like the
understood that.
sound dude / music people
Change
or
places.
something. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, change
Something funky
places.
happened there. But yeah, I mean, the rest of my notes are just like, hey, we're an hour in and we only made it to the 10th floor. This is when I thought we were still going to have to make it through all 30 floors. And
Yeah,
then-
Sam was bitching about that during it. She's
And
like,
then
how are they gonna
Yeah.
do it?
for some reason, apparently the 7th floor had like an obscene amount of people.
Oh,
and I
yeah.
don't know if I wrote that
Right.
before we saw other floors like that. That's possible, but it could have just been that the 7th floor had like way more people than everybody else.
Right, it kind of seemed that way.
Oh, I actually remembered another note.
Do it.
Why did they have to wait for a fucking elevator? Who else was using the elevator?
That's hilarious.
Like, Andy came down on the elevator. That's it.
Yeah,
He's
it
the
should
only
be
one
there.
who used it.
Never.
Oh my
Yeah.
It should have
gosh.
just been there.
That's amazing. I'm glad you brought that up
Sorry. I don't know why that bothered me, but
because it doesn't make sense.
It's just
elevators,
funny.
some do, but that building isn't going to have the intelligent elevator.
Also, the elevator was really nice compared to the
yeah.
unfinished. That annoyed me. I was like, fuck this.
Well, you got to think the rich guy at the top still needs to. He doesn't want
He
to
He's
see.
wants
gotta
the
have a
elevator,
nice
yeah.
elevator for his penthouse. Yeah, that's
You
true.
can't see like the shanty town below.
Yeah, maybe Big Baddie can only make it up to the 15th floor because everybody above that is actually like rich and nice people,
Oh,
and they
yeah,
don't
maybe
know
he's
what
not the
goes
Big Bad.
on below 15.
The Raid Redemption has a number 2.
Yeah. there
Yeah.
you go.
Oh, so the writer wanted to do this in a prison, but apparently a prison was way more expensive than.
An
An
abandoned
apart-
building.
Yeah,
Shocking.
I know. So that's where the second movie takes place, is a prison. Probably
Oh.
Andy is in prison.
Man, I was thinking we get to see 15 through 30 for number 2.
No. The building is only
We
15
didn't
floors.
actually get the bad guy.
What the hell?
Dun, dun, dun.
Anyway, Tim, I think you were looking for more notes. So
No, I got nothing left.
okay.
All right, I'll get to the small cast of all men. Oh wait, no, there was a
True.
girl. There was a girl,
was
his
6
wife.
women, yeah.
One girl,
There
two
were
girls.
two. They were probably on screen for
Damn.
about 2 to 3 minutes in total.
Mm.
The
Yeah.
wife, the two different wives, his baby
Yep.
mama, and then sick wife.
Sick
Mm.
wife, yes. Yeah. Those are their names, by the way.
Yeah, that is what
Baby
they're.
mama and sick wife.
Could you imagine an Indonesian film listing that? That'd be interesting.
That would be very
I mean,
interesting.
in the credits, they do say things like "small boy."
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
guy who
doubt
got
they
hit
use
by
that
a car
verbiage, though.
won.
Yeah, exactly. Guy who hit concrete table 100.
121 deaths.
That's it.
That's a lot.
It felt like
That
more
is a
than
lot.
that. It
Sam,
felt
That's
like
not
more than
Rambo
that.
numbers, but that's a lot.
Sam, that was more than one a minute.
That's true, but it felt like more than that to me.
Yeah.
But
Rambo's got more.
Rama was played by Iko Uwais. He's in The Raid 2.
Wow, they got him back.
Andy is played by Danny Alamze. He's in The Raid 2.
Woo,
I don't know why I
getting
did
the
it
band
like
back
that.
together.
Ari. Fuck, who is Ari?
Don't know.
Well, some guy named Ari is played by Anata George, and he's in Devil in the Womb.
Ooh,
That sounds like a Sam movie, Tim.
no.
Yeah.
Or-
that
yeah,
sounds
Devil
like
in the
Sam.
Womb. Yeah. And then Tama is played by Ray Sahatari, and he's in Raza. The director is Gareth Evans from Everton, England.
Wait, Gareth?
Gareth Evans, yeah.
It's like Jareth, but Gareth.
Jareth?
Yeah.
Jareth from Labyrinth.
Oh,
We were making fun of his name, and actually,
That's
I
true.
think Gareth is actually a normal person name. Now that
But-
I
It
think
is,
about
yeah.
it, but
he wrote and directed Raid 2.
wow,
And he also did Apostle. I like to enunciate that T in Apostle
apostle.
hmm
because it freaks people out. The critics gave this movie an 87%. Audiences gave it an 87%. Google gave it an 88%.
Collusion.
IMDb has it at a 7.6 out of 10.
Okay, IMDb is the only one with an original brain, based on those scores. Those are too close.
Those are too close for you?
There's some sort of something going on with the internets.
Tim, are you turning on this movie? You flipping it
Am
on?
I flipping this on? No, I'm not going to.
I knew it.
I'm going to say no, just because I'm of the mind of like I wanted to say yes because it's an action movie that you can just sit down and watch. So for the most part, for people that aren't like me, it probably is a flip on but I'm going to go with no because I just have issues with like some of the fighting and stuff. While it was very entertaining and I can't judge like the fighting style because it was good, the guys knew what they were doing and stuff like that. It's just more of was drug on too much. Like the fighting was just too much, and I'm very much of the either you go very fake or you go very real for an action movie. To me, there's no in between movies are what bothers me, and that's what
Mm.
this was. It was too much of like trying to be real, but just beyond like realistic to where it bothers me. So it's a flip off for me.
Gotcha.
The stare down.
I was like, who's
The
going?
stare down is
I can go.
okay. No, I want to go.
Okay, go.
Wait, no, I'll go. I'm on the fence. I think I'm like not as intense on the fence like Tim. Sorry, I just really wanted to rhyme. Like I
Gotta
enjoyed
pick
it,
a
but
side.
the audio kind of killed it for me.
Interesting.
That really annoyed me. Like
And it went
bothered
on for a while, yeah.
the entire film for us. I don't know. So I'm flipping it off. I did enjoy it. And if you're wanting to watch an Indonesian film, why not? But
True.
for me, I wouldn't flip it on.
And for the selector of the movie,
Well, there's a reason I don't branch out and watch these types of movies because I
she's
just
flipping it on.
don't enjoy them. This is a
I
flip
liked it.
off.
I
for
thought it was
me.
good.
Really? You're gonna put me over me? Don't do
It's
that.
like, wait a second. I thought I was
No.
cutting out again or some
I
shit.
liked it. I thought it was good.
Are you just gonna do this every time I want to flip it off? Like, just be like, you know what? Fuck you.
No, I just really wanted to do it this time. I'm going to erase all of these.
Anyway, I don't know. There's a reason I don't watch these movies. That's really what it, and I can't even really pinpoint what it is because like the concept sounded fun, and then knowing that like it's kind of looked at as like sort of it's looked at as a good like action film for this type of thing, that it paved the way for other action films. So you're like, okay, it sounds like it's kind of a gold standard type of action, but then I don't know, I guess it's not, because other people did the same thing again, and so it's like, who knows? But I don't know, like it's boring in some ways, which is a problem, and at a certain point you just hit too many like fight
She wanted
scenes,
more
I think.
floors.
I think I wanted more floors, and I wanted more plot, and like I didn't want it to just be like, let's go through 10 floors and then go back down 10 floors and then go up 15. Like, I don't know, I guess that annoyed me. Like, I would have rather had regular pacing of like going up the floor. But anyway, I don't know.
Now, I will say I do very much appreciate very specific things in these types of movies. And maybe this is part of what paved the way for other ones. So American films were very, very commonly known in action films specifically to have shaky cameras and actors that did not know how to fight.
Yeah.
And so they would mix that together to make it look like a fight scene was more intense, or somebody was doing something that was more intense or whatever. And you get the classic, you know, Taken, where what's his face
Liam
is
Neeson.
jumping over a fence, and it cuts like 20 some odd times for him to jump over a fucking fence.
It's really intense on the fence.
Not even joking. You can look it up and you can count this. It's one scene that is spliced so many times of him jumping over one chain link fucking fence. It's embarrassing. It's
Tim
terrible.
really loves Taken.
Yeah, it's his favorite.
I think it's garbage. But so I very much appreciate like
Hot
these guys
Taken.
knew what they were doing. Like this was very, in my opinion, tough work. Like these fight scenes, these guys knew what they were doing. It's very well choreographed. The cameras were steady, so it was on it the whole time. So you were seeing these guys actually doing this work, putting in the work, and so that's what I appreciate in films like John Wick or something like that. It's the same way. We're coming back to a time where people are actually able to do these maneuvers and whatnot, and actually fight and show the action in an action movie, and that's very much what I like in movies. So even though I flipped it off, there's a lot to appreciate within this, and maybe that's part of what paved the way for other films. I don't think this movie, in my opinion, paved the way for action movies, but I think there's a lot of other ones out there that kind of started doing it beforehand, or or in their own way. So it's kind of weird to me that this one supposedly was a baseline, but yeah.
Yeah, and I'll just say I don't appreciate anything about action films. Zing.
She likes to turn off her brain. That's it.
That's fair. Yeah. I mean, I get it. That's pretty much what action films
I got
are
you,
for.
girl. I found you something.
I just wanted to get a reaction out of Tim, and he just went silent. So I was
I
like,
know.
fuck this, man. Now I just look like an asshole.
I know.
No, I get it. Yeah.
So I filled it. I filled it for you.
I know. This is why we have 3 people.
I know. We need the third person. It's
Balances it
unstable.
out.
Yeah, like you don't see a tripod with only 2 legs.
True story. And they used a lot of tripods in this film, probably.
I know. That's why I said that.
Not a bipod.
That was on purpose, by the way. I was thinking about. I'm just staring over at Sam. Like, is she gonna catch this?
Oh my god.
Anyways, moving to next
We're not
week.
gonna recover.
I'm gonna spin.
I'm broken.
It's a quick spin today. And Tim got Hangman. So Sam and I had to pick a number. What number are you thinking, girl? We want
Didn't
high,
we
low.
already do this?
God damn it! But not recorded.
I think we did.
We didn't record this.
Okay.
Wait, did we record it?
We did not.
We did.
I think we did.
I
Have
think
you
we're
li-
out of order right now, and people are gonna be so confused when this one drops.
No, we are not.
Okay.
Did you listen to the last episode?
No, I'll have to believe you. If this is out of order, sorry. If it's in order, sorry that you're losing some of the magic.
Because since it's in order, we definitely don't randomly come up with the number 17, and suddenly we're like, yeah, let's do 17.
Yep.
Oh, I thought we tried to do 23.
Then we decided that was too many numbers.
See, we're explaining it for
Yeah.
them. And we decided on 17
We
just
decided
now.
on 17. Yeah, just
There's a
now.
glitch in the Matrix tonight.
Whoa.
It's weird.
Oh, jeez.
We made it to the 30th floor.
Did we?
We're that
Oh.
high.
Mm.
Except none of us are. So
I know. I was like, that's not true.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. I just remember sitting here having this conversation.
but we weren't recording.
I
That's
feel
what
like
you
we
think.
did just for
Right?
the hell of it.
Like- anyway,
Anyway.
Tim,
Anyway.
you gotta pick a movie with 17 letters.
17
Do
letters.
it.
That it? It's all Hangman is? Just 17 letters?
Yep.
Yeah.
Spaces aren't included.